Hello viewers, welcome to Big Man Business YouTube channel. Today, we're going to be talking about cement. Before we proceed, let's highlight the salient points in this video. Cement is a fine powder commonly used as a binder in construction. When the substance is mixed with water, gravel, and sand, concrete is formed. The global cement market reached a volume of 4.91 billion tons in 2020. The market for cement is primarily driven by a significant rise in construction activities across the globe. China produces the most cement globally by a large margin, at an estimated 2.2 billion metric tons in 2020, followed by India at 340 million metric tons in the same year. China currently produces over half of the world's cement. Global cement production is expected to increase from 3.27 billion metric tons in 2010 to 4.83 billion metric tons in 2030. The rise in demand is largely accounted for by the expansion of the Chinese cement market in 2019, which reached an estimated 2.28 billion metric tons. Total international purchases of imported cement were valued at $11.2 billion for 2020. The five biggest cement exporters are Vietnam, Turkey, Thailand, Germany, and Canada. These five countries accounted for almost 4/10 or 38.2% of worldwide shipments of cement during 2020. If you're new to the Big Man Business YouTube channel, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell to receive updates on new business expert videos. For more international business news and updates, please visit www.bigmanbusiness.com. Cement is a fine powder commonly used as a binder in construction. When the substance is mixed with water, gravel, and sand, concrete is formed. Cement mixed with fine aggregate produces mortar for masonry, or with sand and gravel, produces concrete. Numerous other materials, such as shale, clay, slate, chalk, silica sand, iron ore, and blast furnace slag, are heated at high temperatures to form a rock-like substance that is grounded into fine powder to form cement. Characterized by a gray color, it is mixed with water to form a hard mass that is used as an adhesive for masonry. Depending upon its ability to set in the presence of water, cement is largely bifurcated into two kinds, hydraulic and non-hydraulic. While hydraulic cement sets due to the chemical reaction between water and the dry ingredients, non-hydraulic cement offers optimal resistance against chemicals by reacting with the carbon dioxide in the environment. Applications of cement. Cement may be used alone, but the normal use is in mortar and concrete, in which the cement is mixed with inert material known as aggregate. Mortar is cement mixed with sand or crushed stone that must be less than approximately 5 mm in size. Concrete is a mixture of cement, sand, or another fine aggregate, and a coarse aggregate that for most purposes is up to 19 to 25 mm in size, but the coarse aggregate may also be as large as 150 mm when concrete is placed in large masses such as dams. Mortars are used for binding bricks, blocks, and stone in walls or its surface renderings. Concrete is used for a large variety of construction purposes. Mixtures of soil and Portland cement are used as a base for roads. Portland cement also is used in the manufacture of bricks, tiles, shingles, pipes, beams, railroad ties, and various extruded products. The products are prefabricated in factories and supplied ready for installation. The global cement market reached a volume of 4.91 billion tons in 2020. The market for cement is primarily driven by a significant rise in construction activities across the globe. Owing to rapid population expansion, there has been a substantial rise in the need for residential spaces, which has facilitated the construction of housing complexes. The development of mega-infrastructure projects around the world, especially in emerging economies, is acting as another major growth-inducing factor. For instance, prominent infrastructural projects, such as the construction of Al Maktoum International Airport in Dubai and the South North Water Transfer Project in China, are expected to significantly bolster the sales of cement. In line with this, governments of various countries across the globe are investing heavily to enhance the existing infrastructure, which is projected to further contribute to the market growth. Growing environmental concerns, coupled with technological advancements in the production process, are also driving the market toward growth. For instance, the inclusion of thermal energy in the manufacturing of cement ensures a low carbon footprint, owing to which it is being widely adopted by the manufacturers. Additionally, an enhanced focus toward sustainable development has resulted in shifting preference toward green construction. Escalating demand for green buildings has led to an increase in the sales of sustainable and green cement as it minimizes emissions generated during their production. The increasing purchasing power of the consumers and industrialization are some of the other factors that are expected to create a positive outlook for the market. Looking forward, the global cement market is expected to exhibit moderate growth during the forecast period of 2021 to 2026. Top cement producers in the world. China produces the most cement globally by a large margin, at an estimated 2.2 billion metric tons in 2020, followed by India at 340 million metric tons in the same year. China currently produces over half of the world's cement. Global cement production is expected to increase from 3.27 billion metric tons in 2010 to 4.83 billion metric tons in 2030. China, in 2014, China produced 2,500 million metric tons of cement. The nation has the world's largest cement industry. China is urbanizing at a rapid rate characterized by the growth of small and large cities and metropolises. More and more people in China are moving from rural areas into cities every year, and the government has invested in infrastructure from roads, railways, and buildings. The majority of residents in China live in structures made from cement, unlike some countries like the US where many houses are built of wood. Most of the country's cement companies are owned by the state and therefore access cheap capital and government support. These factors have boosted overproduction. The cement industry in China has been praised and criticized in equal measure. While improved infrastructure has expanded the Chinese economy, large-scale cement manufacture has also contributed to massive environmental pollution. India's cement industry produced 280 million metric tons in 2014. Cement production in the country records a 5 to 6% growth annually. The top players in the nation's cement sector are Ultratech Cement, which commands 22% of the domestic market, followed by ACC and Ambuja with an estimated 15% and 13% market share respectively. Residential real estate construction is the biggest consumer of cement in India. Infrastructure and commercial real estate construction, in addition to industrial development, are other cement users in the country. The United States. The U.S. is home to the third largest cement industry in the world. In 2014, 83 million metric tons of cement were produced in the nation. 34 American states have cement manufacturing plants. The states of Texas, Missouri, Alabama, California, and Florida produced nearly half of the total cement manufacturers in the U.S. in 2013. The U.S. also has 2 plants located in Puerto Rico. In 2015, 10% of the cement consumed in the nation was imported, with the bulk coming from Greece and Canada. Portland cement in the U.S. is produced by leading companies such as Cemex, Lehigh Hanson Incorporated, Texas Industries Incorporated, and Lafarge Holcim. Iran. The total cement produced in Iran in 2014 amounted to 75 million metric tons. The country has increased its capacity to become the largest cement producer in the Middle East. Iran is a major cement exporter destined for countries such as Iraq, Turkmenistan, Azerbaijan, Kuwait, and Afghanistan. In 2015, the country had 71 cement plants, which together have a capacity of 80.6 million tons/year. The leading cement companies such as Fars and Khuzestan Cement Company and Gadir Investment Company are backed by the government. Global cement consumption. The rise in demand is largely accounted for by the expansion of the Chinese cement market in 2019, which reached an estimated 2.28 billion metric tons, up 4.9% on the year before, and representing 56% of global consumption. Excluding China, world cement consumption is estimated to have remained flat at 1.81 billion metric tons, rising by just 0.3% year on year. Growth in the world's second largest market, India, was weaker than expected at 3% in 2019, but this reflected a strong base of comparison from the previous year when annual growth exceeded 15%. In the U.S., demand is estimated to have expanded by 2.1% in 2019, pushing overall consumption back over the 100 megatons mark for the first time since 2007, which marked the starting point of the market's collapse during the Great Recession. By region, the highest growth rates in terms of consumption were recorded in sub-Saharan Africa at 5 to 6%, although the combined region represents just 101 metric tons of cement consumption, which is equal to the entire U.S. On a per capita basis, sub-Saharan African countries have some of the lowest consumption levels worldwide. As a region, per capita cement consumption is just 91 kg, compared to the global average of 521 kg, reflecting both the huge potential of the region in the future, but also the low level of development at present. Top cement importing countries. Total international purchases of imported cement were valued at $11.2 billion for 2020. Overall, the value of globally imported cement declined by an average of -5.6% for all importing countries since 2016, when international purchases of cement were valued at $11.8 billion. Year over year, cement imports fell by 12.9%. The five biggest importers of cement by value in 2020 were China, United States, the Philippines, France, and the Netherlands. Collectively, those buyers represent 37.3% of cement bought on international markets. From a continental perspective, buyers in Asian countries spent the most on imported cement during 2020, with purchases costing $4.3 billion or 38.9% of the global total. In second place were European importers at 25%, while 14.1% of cement imported worldwide was delivered to North America, ahead of the 13.3% worth sent to African customers. Smaller percentages went to Latin America, which accounted for 6.7% excluding Mexico, but including the Caribbean, and Oceania got 2%, led by Australia. Top cement exporting countries. Global sales from cement exports from all countries amounted to $10.8 billion for 2020. An essential construction material, cement is typically sold in the form of gray or white powder or clinker lumps and modules fused together with limestone and aluminosilicates like clay. Overall, the value of cement exports rose by an average 9.8% for all exporting countries since 2016, when cement shipments were valued at $9.8 billion. From 2019 to 2020, exported cement sales dropped by -6.9%. The five biggest cement exporters are Vietnam, Turkey, Thailand, Germany, and Canada. These five countries accounted for almost 4/10 or 38.2% of worldwide shipments of cement during 2020. By category, Portland cement accounts for about 3/5 or 60.9% of exported global cement supplies. That metric should come as no surprise, given that Portland is the cement type used for making concrete, mortar, stucco, and grout. Cement clinkers represented almost a third or 32.6%, while miscellaneous hydraulic cement and aluminous cement came in at 4.8% and 1.7% respectively. From a continental perspective, Asian countries sold the most exported cement during 2020, with shipments valued at $5.7 billion or 52.5% of global cement exports. In second place were European exporters at 29.2%, while 8.5% of worldwide cement shipments originated from Africa. Another 7.5% worth was shipped from North America. Smaller percentages came from Latin America, valued at 2.2% excluding Mexico but including the Caribbean, and Oceania got 0.1%, led by New Zealand and Australia. Thanks for watching this video. We are open to suggestions. Kindly drop your comments in the comment box and don't forget to subscribe to the Big Man Business YouTube channel. See you in the next video.